What if the real reason you're not confident has nothing to do with your looks? Most women spend years believing confidence comes after they become prettier, lose weight, make more money, or finally get their life together. They tell themselves, "I'll be confident when I look better. I'll be confident when I achieve more. I'll be confident when people finally see my worth." But what if that's exactly what's keeping you stuck? Because confidence doesn't come from reaching some perfect future version of yourself. And if you've been waiting for that day to arrive, you've probably noticed something. No matter how much you improve, the feeling never fully goes away. There's always another goal, another insecurity, another reason to believe you're not enough yet. And that's why so many women spend years chasing confidence without ever feeling it. Maybe you've compared yourself to people online. You've looked at their lives, their appearance, their success, and wondered why they seem so sure of themselves. Maybe you've replayed conversations in your head after they ended, wondering if you said the wrong thing, wondering if people judged you, wondering if you should have stayed quiet. Maybe you've held yourself back from opportunities, not because you weren't capable, but because you doubted yourself before you even started. And slowly, without realizing it, something begins to happen. You stop trusting yourself. You stop trusting your decisions. You stop trusting your voice. You stop trusting your abilities. And that's the real reason most people struggle with confidence. Not because they're not attractive enough, not because they're not successful enough, not because they're not worthy enough, but because they don't trust themselves. Think about it. When you trust someone, you feel safe around them. You believe they'll do what they say. You believe they'll show up when it matters. The same thing applies to the relationship you have with yourself. Confidence is self-trust in action. The more you trust yourself, the more confident you become. The less you trust yourself, the more insecure you feel. The good news is that self-trust can be built. And it starts with something surprisingly simple: keeping small promises to yourself. If you say you're going to go for a walk, go for the walk. If you say you're going to read for 10 minutes, read for 10 minutes. If you say you're going to wake up earlier, follow through. These actions might seem small, but every time you keep a promise to yourself, you're sending your brain a powerful message. I can trust myself. And every time you break promises to yourself, you're teaching your brain the opposite. That's why self-trust isn't built through big, life-changing moments. It's built through small actions repeated consistently. Another thing confident women understand is that seeking validation is a trap. Because no matter what you do, someone will always have an opinion. Someone will think you're doing too much. Someone else will think you're not doing enough. If you try to make everyone happy, you'll spend your entire life changing who you are for people who were never going to be satisfied anyway. The moment you stop asking everyone else for permission to be yourself is the moment confidence starts to grow. Confident women also take action before they feel ready. They don't wait until they're fearless. They don't wait until they're completely certain. They don't wait until every doubt disappears. They act anyway. Because confidence isn't what comes before action. Confidence is what comes after action. Every time you do something difficult, you prove to yourself that you're capable. And every time you prove you're capable, your confidence grows a little more. You don't become confident and then take action. You take action and become confident. Another habit that changes everything is paying attention to your inner voice. Because whether you realize it or not, you're listening to yourself all day. Imagine talking to a friend the way you sometimes talk to yourself. You'd probably never do it. Yet so many women spend years criticizing themselves for every mistake, every flaw, and every insecurity. Confidence grows when you learn to support yourself instead of constantly tearing yourself down. And finally, remember this: confidence is not perfection. Confident women still get nervous. They still make mistakes. They still have bad days. They still feel insecure sometimes. The difference is that they don't let those moments define who they are. They keep showing up anyway. They keep moving forward anyway. They keep trusting themselves anyway. So if you've been waiting to become prettier, more successful, or more perfect before allowing yourself to feel confident, stop waiting. Because confidence isn't hiding in some future version of you. It's built through the choices you make today.